Welcome back to the Iraqi Dinar News channel, your trusted source for real-time updates and critical insights. Today's video is something you do not want to miss. We're revealing the top 5 US banks that are now, yes, right now, accepting Iraqi Dinar, IQD, and Vietnamese Dong, VND, for exchange. Not just speculation, this is based on real conversations, insider access, and first-hand reports. If you've been waiting for the green light, this is it. But
there's a twist. Not every bank is welcoming everyone. There are instructions you must follow, and there are warnings you need to hear, because one wrong move could cost you the opportunity of a lifetime. Stick with us until the very end. We'll walk you through how to prepare, what questions to ask, and the key differences between being ready and being rejected. Background and context. Let's quickly lay down the foundation. If you're new to the revaluation story, here's what you need to know. The Iraqi Dinar, IQD, and Vietnamese Dong, VND, are two currencies that many investors believe are severely undervalued due to years of political instability and foreign control. Iraq and Vietnam are both rich in natural resources, particularly oil and manufacturing. With economic reforms underway and rising global demand, many believe both countries are positioning themselves for a currency value correction, what we call an RV or revaluation. That means the official exchange rate could jump overnight, creating the chance for major returns. But it's not enough to just hold these currencies. You have to know how and where to exchange them. And that's exactly why today's video is crucial. What's changed in 2025? So why is this topic hot right now in June 2025? Because things are moving fast. Over the last few weeks, we've seen certain US banks begin reactivating their exotic currency desks. Internal memos, rate feed updates, and branch-level alerts have quietly been going out, especially to foreign currency departments in major cities. Some clients, especially high-net-worth individuals, have already reported successful preliminary appointments for IQD and VND exchange. That's huge news, but remember, this is not yet a public media event. Banks are being cautious, and access is being controlled. That's why being prepared matters more than ever. You can't just walk in with a stack of bills and expect to pay out. The system is structured. There are steps. We'll cover those today. Step-by-step criteria for bank selection. Before we reveal the 5 banks, let's talk about how we determined this list. We looked at 3 main criteria. First, do they have a working foreign currency desk that deals in exotic currencies? Second, have they exchanged IQD or VND in the past, even if limited to business clients? And third, are they showing signs now of readiness through internal systems or insider reports? Banks that meet all 3 are likely to be your best bet when the RB becomes public or even pre-announced to private clients. Also, we're focusing on US-based institutions that have real branches, not just digital services, because most exotic exchanges must happen in person with physical note validation. Now, let's break down the banks one by one and tell you exactly what to do. X1. Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo is back on our radar for IQD and VND exchanges. Historically, Wells Fargo offered dinar services through select branches before 2011. In 2025, multiple reports confirm that their foreign currency desks in cities like Dallas, Atlanta, and Los Angeles have begun showing IQD and VND rate updates, though not yet published on public channels. What does that mean? It means something is preparing internally. If you're a Wells Fargo customer, call your branch and ask for a foreign currency specialist. Ask if any pre-clearance memos have been received. You may be told no comment, but take note of any hesitation or off-the-record remarks. Bring your currency in organized denominations with clean bills, and above all, document everything. Times, names, dates. You may need it later. Bank 2, Chase P. Morgan. Chase, part of the JP Morgan empire, is one of the most globally connected banks in the US. And here's what sets Chase apart: its deep relationship with the US Treasury and its involvement in Iraq post-war reconstruction. That means their systems are already set up to process IQD transactions on a government level. Now, in 2025, early signs are showing that select Chase branches, especially those connected to private client services, are preparing for an exotic currency rollout. If you bank with Chase, ask to speak with an investment advisor or branch manager, not just a teller. Mention that you're holding IQD or VND and want to register for any upcoming foreign currency exchange program. Keep it professional. If they confirm you're on a notification list, great. If not, request to be added. Bank of Bank of America. Bank of America is another solid contender, especially for those located in large metro areas. While BOA hasn't openly traded IQD or VND at branch level in recent years, they did offer these services in the past through their global FX network. As of June 2025, internal movement has been detected within their treasury operations team. What does this mean for you? If you're a BOA customer, call their foreign currency division, not the main hotline. Ask whether IQD or VND will be added to the list of tradable currencies soon. If you're located in New York, Miami, or Houston, you may have a higher chance of access. Also, update your online banking profile to reflect international business interests or foreign travel. These adjustments may prioritize you when systems begin filtering for eligible exchangers post-RV. Back for Citibank. Citibank is a very strong candidate, and here's why. They already operate in Iraq. Yes, they have a physical presence in Baghdad and Erbil. That means they already handle dinar as part of international operations. While Citibank's U.S. branches are not currently offering open IQD or VND exchanges, things can change fast. Internal reports in 2025 show their currency management systems are updating more frequently. If you have a Citi Gold or private client account, you may already have access to premium foreign currency services. Call and ask if there's a pre-registration process for upcoming exotic currency exchanges. The answer may be vague, but even vague is a sign. Citibank's global infrastructure makes them highly likely to play a leading role when the revaluation becomes public. Bank 5. HSBC Bank USA. HSBC may be based in the UK, but their US division is a giant in global currency movement. They have one of the largest FX foreign exchange operations and a long history of activity in the Middle East and Asia. In fact, their institutional clients have been moving IQD and VND behind the scenes for years. In 2025, several HSBC Premier clients reported being asked if they hold any exotic currencies. That's your cue. If you bank with HSBC, request a meeting with the relationship manager. Ask about their exotic currency readiness program. Be discreet but firm. You want to be on their contact list when official exchange processes begin. This is not for casual customers. Most HSBC IQD services will likely be limited to Premier and business account holders only. How to prepare now? You don't want to be caught off guard when the doors open. That's why preparation is everything. First, get your physical notes in order. Make sure they are clean, undamaged, and properly sorted. Second, gather proof of purchase or authenticity if you have it, like receipts or certificates. Third, build a simple portfolio that shows your banking relationships, especially with international or business account history. Fourth, practice your phone script. You'll be calling foreign currency desks, and you must sound calm, informed, and professional. And finally, track everything. Create a spreadsheet or notebook where you list who you called, when, and what they said. This trail could be crucial later, especially if you need priority access or dispute something with the bank. What not to do? Just as important as what you should do is what to avoid. Don't walk into random banks unprepared and start asking about dinar like it's a get-rich scheme. That's red flag to banks and could get your account flagged or closed. Don't post your plans all over social media. Don't flash large amounts of currency. Don't believe anyone who says they guarantee a bank will pay out tomorrow. The RV process is sensitive. You need to stay low-key, smart, and informed. Also, avoid third-party currency dealers after the RV. They may inflate rates or disappear with your notes. Only deal with licensed banks and official channels. If something feels rushed or shady, walk away. There will be time if you're prepared. Dealing with smaller banks. Many viewers ask if their local or regional bank can help with IQD or VND exchanges. In most cases, the answer is no. Smaller banks often don't have the foreign currency infrastructure or the risk management systems or the global contracts needed to verify and process exotic currencies. These banks might be great for holding your post-exchange USD, but don't count on them for the actual exchange itself. Instead, use your relationship with them to move funds, make transfers, or invest later. But when it comes to the initial conversion, stick with the top-tier institutions. If you're rural, plan to travel to a major city where these banks have full-service branches. That way, you increase your chances of a successful exchange appointment. VND exchange specific. Let's talk quickly about the Vietnamese dong. While it hasn't gotten as much attention as the dinar, VND is still considered an exotic currency with strong revaluation potential. Some U.S. banks are more open to VND because Vietnam is more stable than Iraq. As of 2025, we've seen early VND rate testing at some HSBC, Citibank, and Bank of America branches. Chase is reportedly tracking VND alongside IQD for select clients. So if you hold both currencies, you're in a great spot. Make sure to ask about VNDs specifically, not just dinar, during your bank outreach. And remember, different banks may treat them differently. You may even need separate appointments or different departments. Treat each currency as its own process. The quiet rollout strategy. One last thing you need to understand is the concept of a quiet rollout. This means that the banks won't publicly advertise IQD or VND exchanges at first. Instead, they'll notify preferred clients or open limited appointments through their foreign currency departments. It may be days or even weeks before the general public finds out. That's why positioning is key. If you're already on the inside, you'll be called first. If not, you might miss your window. So call now, ask questions, make your presence known, get your documents ready. If the bank sees you're prepared, they're more likely to prioritize you when the gates open. This is not just about luck, it's about planning. And it starts today. What to expect at exchange. And the day finally comes, here's what to expect. You'll schedule an appointment at your bank's foreign currency location. Bring your notes, ID, and any documentation. A bank officer will validate your currency either on-site or via secure transport. You'll receive a live exchange rate, possibly with a negotiation window depending on your account status. Funds may not clear instantly. They could take 24 to 72 hours to post. Larger amounts may trigger IRS reporting or compliance checks, so expect paperwork. Stay calm, follow instructions, and keep all copies of receipts and rate confirmations. If the RV happens at once, demand will be high. That's why pre-screening and patience are key. Don't panic, just be professional, and the process can go smoothly. Final thoughts and call to action. The Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong revaluation could be the biggest financial shift of our generation. But only for those who are ready. We've now walked you through the top 5 U.S. banks likely to lead the way in exchange services. You know who to call, what to ask, and how to prepare. Now it's up to you. Make those calls, organize your paperwork, and lock in your plan. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up, share it with your currency groups, and hit that subscribe button. We'll continue updating you with live intel as it develops. And remember, your success isn't about timing the market, it's about being ready when the time comes. Stay sharp, stay safe, and we'll see you on the other side of the revaluation.